Hey, Forex Militia. Yes, this is Parsival, and I have a strategy that I just found, or that I said that I would go over, called Davit Pivot. It has a pretty decently high subscribership, and I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the, I guess, how the strategy actually trades. It looks like it's a counter trend trading strategy. And we will go over all that, all the ins and outs of how to get in and how to get out right after the intro. Okay, so with the Davit or the pivot trading forum on Forex Factory, this has been around since about April of 2016. It's been edited just recently. I believe I looked at it, and I believe what he did was he updated the template with a new indicator. But from what I've seen on the strategy, you can see some of that here, and I believe this is the indicator that he actually he changed. It's like a moving average that he just pretty much added. You can get that on post 35 438. Um, and the basic idea of the beginning when he started out with this strategy was he's just fading the pivots with divergence. So if you just go ahead and look at this right here, you can see that there is divergence here from here to here, and everything that is pretty much above this point over here is somewhat of, I would call, an imbalance. Now I got that term kind of from Wyckoff trading, which I will go over also sometime in the future. But um, this is an imbalance, right? Now, looking here, you see where he's looking to take to open some positions here. This right here is the spot that he is going to start at, and this is where the oscillator is at. The TDI is basically the RSI. Um, the type of indicator that usually can indicate divergences are oscillators. The usual suspects are the MACD, the RSI, and the stochastic. So he's using the divergence coming off of pivots that it looks like he created these. And he's basically getting in a at a very good price. So that's what it basically looks like. Davit pivot trading actually looks like. This is P&L, a little P&L point, and then we got this right here. This basically, this I don't actually see how he's basically trading this one here, because it doesn't look like there's really divergence going on here. There, here I can see, okay, that's a sharp eye, because definitely not here, but definitely you can see here going up to here, and then there's a bit of divergence going up into here, into this pivot here, the 78. So that is that. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is, what I am going to do is, I am going to try to recreate how he's basically trading this, and I will look to do some back testing and get some statistics, some results over hopefully a large sample. Okay, so you basically get the idea This is a counter trend trading strategy. You can trade it trend, he says. You can trade it trend, but it looks like you get your best entries coming off of the pivots and using divergence to most likely he's using areas of consolidation and those support and resistance levels that are probably on higher levels, or the pivots, or both of them in conjunction together to basically find his exits. Okay? So I will basically go through all of that, and let's go to the charts to see what I can see. Okay, so as you can see, I am on TradingView, and what I did was I did 1 year of Davit pivot trading. I'm going back to the beginning of 2020, and I basically used, if you don't know TradingView, I basically used the long position and short position rulers to measure out what would be a gain or a loss. I got some parameters that are probably a little bit different from Davit pivots, because he doesn't really, I don't see him explaining how he puts his stop losses or his take profits. Most likely he's taking it back into, like I said before, support and resistance, and he's putting his stops at support and resistance. But what I just did was I placed a a 1-to-1 risk reward. He is most likely doing something different, but just for the sake of testing out the strategy, I put a 1-to-1, and I made it a mean reversion type of strategy, going back into the 34S smooth moving average. Okay, as you can see up here, I did the 34 smooth moving average close, and I was looking to see how I could give you guys the weekly pivot. I don't know what the name of the person is that made this indicator, but it is Davit pivot. It's called weekly pivot. So what I came up with is, and I'll see if I can put this in text on the screen, was I got excuse me, I got 24 trades in the year of 2020 where I had let's see, 8 long trades and I had 16 short trades. Okay, and what happened is, on the long trades I had 6 winners, and on the short trades I had 10 winners. On the long trades I had 2 losers, and on the short trades I had 6 losers. So all in all, what I came out with was each trade was trading a risk reward of 1-to-1, and it was $20, just $20 risk to $20 reward. And that adds up to, on my wins, I got $283 and $160 in losses. Now let me explain why I got 283 on my wins. That is because I also included a trailing stop that would be basically uh, an ATR, an average true range of about on the an ATR of 14 periods, and I basically kind of just trailed that up just like that to see uh, if I could get a couple of extra pips before it went negative, and it helped out the trades. So all in all, the accuracy of the 24 trades was about 66%. Okay? And it had a profit factor of 1.14. So that in itself gives you a very profitable strategy. So I do like Davit pivot. It actually is part of the divergence trade is part of another strategy that I trade called the Deluxe. Deluxe is a strategy that I employ a couple of setups all into one. And I will basically, I believe I'm going to go over that. I might not, but maybe I'll do that for on my website, and I'll have people subscribe so that they can take a look at it. But for right now, the other thing that I wanted you to look at is this. I am also promoting a software called Trademiner, and it basically gives signals based on time horizon, and it's a statistical seasonality type of trading system. Now, I've been testing a couple of these signals um, with different parameters, and not all of them are as good as they look. Now, even with saying that, the green ones are usually, as you know, it's color coded. The green ones are the best trades, and it's and it's prioritized towards the year that you're basically trading. It takes into account the uh, the direction that the currency is basically trading in. So you'll get the it gets the direction. It also gets the profit factor and some other uh, elements of the trade, statistics and things like that. So you see the green, the yellow, and the red, and so far it's not performing as I had wanted it to, because as you can see, it has this win percentage over here that tells you that the number over the course of 5 years on this one, 5 year. Wait, let me get the right. There we go. On over the course of 5 years, and you can see it down here. There were 80% of the time your trade would be profitable. All right. So from January 6th to January 13th, you had a profit of 60%, which gave you $180 with a drawdown of 40. So that's pretty decent. That's a decent risk reward. And for the time of the 5 years, if you traded this time horizon, this time frame over the last 5 years, you would have made $567, which is like a 189% gain from just this time frame. So that's why I wanted to give this to you. I can't say give it to you. I wanted you to check this out for yourself. There's an affiliate link in the description, and you can also test this out and see if you can find some profitability out of it. So far, I actually have had a couple of trades that did go well, and I'm seeing that you do have to do a little bit of work on finding out which direction and some of the things. Here's the one I traded. All right. So on the Aussie CAD, this traded from in December to the 1st, January the 10th, and that was for 114 pips. This trade here to here traded on the Aussie CAD, and that was for 158 pips, right, in that time horizon. And then right after this one closed, another trade you could have taken going down to here, and this one was 155 pips. So all in all, from here to here, that's about 450 pips over the course of about almost three months, about 2 months. So now, once again, like I was saying earlier, I'm cherry picking because I'm trying to sell it, but you will take some losses. All right, even here, as you can see on this readout, you'll see that in some years you get losses. This is not 100%. And what I suggest is, if you do buy it and you do when you fill out the drop down menus, and this here on Forex, the ones with the smaller years and the high win percentage and the smallest years, those are the ones that usually are the most close to bringing you to profitability. Because, as you know, in the Forex market, fundamentals do change. So, going back to the main topic of this video, which is Davit Pivot. That's my shameless plug for the software that I am promoting. This actually does look pretty good. I might do more on this strategy. Most likely I'll try to do 2019 and give you some of the stats and some of the statistics on the trades that I took in 2019. And so, with that, I will say knowledge is power. Be power hungry, and power to the people. This is Parsival, signing out.